Well, these are a pair of authentic RCMP dress boots. I got these off a friend in Edmonton, actually as a gift. Yes, this would be probably about 15 years ago now. And he definitely took care of them. He sort of over-oiled them a little bit, so it's almost like some of the conditioning needs to come off a little, but they've never had that high shine that I've seen on most RCMP's boots there, so it would be nice if we could get that. But I've always liked RCMP boots. I think it's the color is quite nice. These are, I'd say, approximately size 10. Probably a little bit snug up in the taller part here, but I'd say it's probably about a 17-inch diameter at the top. That's what my guess would be. I have no idea how many owners went through these, assuming just the original. It's all bunched up. And as you can see by the heel, they are in desperate need of being resold. But otherwise, the leather looks pretty good.
I don't know if you've already taken the laces out, or...
I can't remember if laces were in these boots when I got them. They were wrapped in, my friend had over-conditioned them, as you could see, and I guess to keep the leather from drying out, he stuck them in a really thick plastic bag, which I'm not sure if that was good or bad, but doesn't appear to have done any harm to them, other than the conditioner not really going away, because it's impermeated in those boots now. So if you need to but it would be nice to get these working again and get some laces on them. Maybe well, or they probably have to be worn underpants for me, just because the calves are a little too tight to stick pants inside them. But they feel comfortable.
So have you worn them without the laces, or...?
I haven't actually worn these out in public, to be honest with you, at all. Just because of the fact that they were so over-conditioned that anything I would touch them with would practically stain. As you can tell, even my black pants have a bit of the reddish on there now.
So are they boots that you think you would wear out in public, or more of a collector's item?
Well, both actually. I guess it's definitely collector's, being their authentic RCMP, and I would assume that the age on these, just sort of looking by the heel and whatnot, I'm assuming these ones could predate from the 1970s, would be my guess. Possibly even earlier.
How's that for cleaning? Can you go by feel?
Oh yeah, no, it looks like it's clean, yeah.
Do you want another round?
Maybe to get some of the excess off, that might be good, yeah. I don't think these ones, like I said, were ever too dirty. It was just that they were over conditioned, so it was almost next to impossible to get a good shine off them. I think these would look great laced up, and even if I didn't wear them all the time, kind of something like a display by the fireplace or something like that. I think it would look kind of a nice manly display. And I think it's got the mystique that the actual police officer was wearing these at one time. Be interesting to know what history these boots actually have as far as what parades they may have been in. Perhaps they performed in front of royalty, for all I know.
How's that for cleaning?
Yeah, looks pretty good.
All right.
Should you get the other boot first before you
Yeah. Give
start
that
to
one a
shine?
chance to dry off a bit.
Sure, a pair like this, if you found them in a used, well, probably more like those army surplus stores, you might find them. I'd imagine something like this would probably go for a couple $100, possibly more, depending on what a collector would pay for them. Actually, I guess these don't really need to be resoled, just rehealed. The soles are still pretty good.
Did you say how long you had these for?
I'm guessing about 12 or 15 years. I would have got these off a friend of mine. Not sure how long he had them for. But I know he never wore them. So he got them from somewhere.
So once you get laces for them, how often do you think you might wear these?
Oh, I think I'd try to wear these, for the now and then a special occasion. Perhaps even be nice to wear them, perhaps to the bar too. Be nice if I could put pants underneath them, but that might be a bit of a tough thing to do. Not sure if these would be an often wear for me. They're very well broken in, so certainly if I were to wear them on a regular daily basis, I'm sure they'd, as the saying goes, fit like a glove, so it'd be great. It's not like they're hard leather and would be difficult on my feet to break in. They're definitely past that point. I think probably the only thing that would stop me from wearing them very often is just the calf being a little snug. But if the calf wasn't so snug, I could see myself wearing these a lot more often. Sure, they'd probably strike up a few conversations. No doubt people would notice these, and conversation would ensue, no doubt.
Kind of. I'll applying more pressure than I normally would to try to work on the excess oil or conditioner that's in there.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd have to do that.
Do you feel much through them?
Oh, it feels good. Yeah, it feels really nice. Nice massage for the boot, nice massage. Get that leather back to the pristine look that it should have been prior to the conditioner being on there. Certainly no signs of the leather cracking, which is usually the problem with most type of boots this age. So I would take it would be a good sign of the leather that was used on these.
So we'll skip the next step, the conditioning.
I don't think we need conditioning on these.
Alright, should we go back to the other one for the neutral polish?
I've read that a lot of new RCMP recruits, when they get their issue uniform boots like this, that they're usually fairly dull when they get them. And it sounds a little strange, but I hear that they use furniture polish on the boot to get layers and layers of wax on it to give it that high shine. Not that I'm expecting you to use your furniture polish on these.
And do you want the shine all the way up, or just the part that would be visible below the jeans?
I think the shine all the way up, just because that'll, it may, I mean, definitely more the bottom, but I think as far as you can go, to get some of that excess conditioner off. Excuse me. These would be great period boots too if I were an extra in a movie or something around the turn of the century, early 1900s. I do have a thing for vintage boots. They do fit nice though. They have a nice Whoever had these before me, definitely, we had the same feet. I often wondered how these RCMP officers shine their own boots too, especially if they're not actually wearing them themselves to shine.
I think these are actually the kind of boots you have to do maybe yourself with to be able to get to all different places, all the different folds on them.
Yeah, there's definitely more folds closer to the ankle, that's for sure. Well, if I take them in, I can actually get them loosened up here with the cap, so it'll be a bit easier to put off and pull them off. Feels good with the shine through the leather though. Feel that?
How does that look?
Good, very good. Yeah, I suspect these will take, I might even want to get one of those car buffers or whatever to try polishing them even to a higher shine, because with all the conditioner on there, I think it's taken a lot of the shininess away. Yeah, I'd sure like to know the history of where these boots have been. Yeah, maybe I'll have to take these in, get them rehealed, and get the top of the boot sort of loosened up a little bit. Imagine that a bootmaker could make that adjustment pretty well. Give these boots a new reason to be worn all the time. I know there's some guys that don't like real tall boots, but I like the way they fit and hug my calves. Sort of as a reminder you have your boots on. Personally, I like like seeing those vintage movies where guys would be always wearing tall boots over their pants all the time, like obviously because of the muddy streets and whatnot. I kind of wish that was still the way today. They do come back to life a little.
Well, how's that?
Looks great. Just needs laces and new heels and good go.